One thing about me, when I was 13, I went to the river with some kids from town. I twisted my spine and I nearly drowned. I'm going to focus to tell you this because this actually happened. A cyclone had just passed. The river was flooded. So we tied a rope to the pipe that crossed this raging river, and we actually made a loop so that we could actually get comfy in the rope and start kind of wake surfing in the waves. It was all fun and games until it wasn't. I went on my second turn to get out of the rope, and as I got out, the rope slip knotted around my ankle. Now, in this position with a raging current coming this way, every time I tried to lean up to release my ankle from the rope, the current pushed me back under the water. I was being pushed lower and lower. I couldn't get out to breathe. It wasn't until I eventually gave up and my body relaxed that I got one more breath and then went down again. And it was at the end of that second breath when it wasn't my life that flashed before my eyes. It was an image of people using a crane to get my body out of the river. I thought I was done. And it was in that struggle that I believe I twisted my spine and crushed one of the vertebrae. I currently have a hemivertebrae, which is a wedge-shaped vertebrae in my T10, which has caused an 85-degree scoliosis in my spine. Now, it didn't happen instantly. It happened over the next few years after that. And I actually felt more of the pain in my leg because this leg was trapped this way and this leg was being kind of pulled this way. So I actually felt quite a tear in my groin. I didn't really feel it in my back, but over the next few years is when I really started experiencing that curve in my back. You're probably wondering, how did I get out? Well, nobody realized that I was in trouble. Everyone was kind of doing their own thing and playing around on the pipe in the river. And one friend who, again, didn't know I was even in trouble, started to tightrope on the rope that I was trapped on. And with his weight and my weight pulling the rope actually snapped. And I was released. I went down the stream, got out, recovering from my near-death experience. Nobody even knew what had happened. I was in shock. I was happy. I was in my groin was in pain, but I was just happy to be alive. And no one even realized what had happened, so they couldn't share in the joy of that moment. But nothing like a near-death experience to make you realize we've only got one life. So what's the moral of the story? Learn how to tie better knots, or pay the price.